What's up, everybody? It's Richard with GK's Apprentice coming back at you with this week's Gravekeeper deck profile. Got a lot of exciting things to talk about tonight. Link format dropped, Code of the Duelist dropped, and we modified the deck to suit both of those things. And we have some really exciting things to talk about with it tonight. So we went to the locals tonight, and we actually went 3-1 with this build. We lost to Pendulum Magicians. I'm not very happy about it, but I just didn't get very good draws, and he beat me in 2 games. But I proceeded then to beat my next 3 opponents, which were in the order of they were like Lightsworn, Infernoid, and like Lightfern, and then it was Cosmos, and no, it was Cosmos, then Lightsworn, Infernoid in round 3, and then in round 4 we played Paleozoics, and we beat them all, and we did great. Actually, I'm really happy with this build. There are a couple of errors that we are going to be addressing before the next build and changing the next week, but we'll talk about those when we get there. And without taking up any more time, we'll jump right into the build. So here it is. We're going to start out with 3 recruiters. No more fossil dinos. We're just going to start out with the 3 Gravekeeper recruiters, and then we have 2 Gravekeeper Commandant. Back to the old tricks with Gravekeeper Spy at 2. 3, I didn't want to clog it up, so we're just running 2. Then we have 2 Heretic because he's decent with this combination cards these times. We gave up Descendant for 1 copy of Assailant, and he's buddying up with Shaman, who is actually the star of the build from now on until we go back to something different, I guess. And we have 2 Malefic Cyber and Dragons to end the monsters. And if you guys don't remember, you're allowed to have 1 Malefic monster on the field at a time, and they're the only monsters that can attack. But if Necro Valley's on the field as the field spell maintaining the Malefic, then Heretic can attack alongside it for 5800 battle phase, which is not bad. We slimmed it, or we're just sticking with rather 2 copies of Necro Valley because of Shaman's ability to protect it. We slimmed it down to only 2 copies of Card of Demise, which that might change back to 3. But the reason we did that is because of this new card. Awesome card, the Spellbook of Knowledge. And what this does is it lets you send to the graveyard either a spellcaster face up that you control or a spellbook card in your hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. And so you can imagine you can go ahead and send Gravekeeper's Recruiter to the graveyard from the field to activate this, get the Recruiter's Search off, and then draw 2 cards. But something I thought to do was add Spellbook of Secrets to my deck, 2 of them, which this Spellbook of Secrets can be used to either search for Spellbook of Knowledge or activate Spellbook of Knowledge. And better than yet, I'm playing 1 Spellbook of Wisdom, and tonight this was something really cool. I had both Secrets and Knowledge in my hand, so I used Secrets to search out Wisdom, and then used Wisdom to discard for Knowledge instead of Secrets, because I knew that I could thin my deck by even 1 more card, and it really was awesome. So I'm really happy with that little pyramid of cards right there. The 3 Knowledge, the 2 Secrets, and the 1 Wisdom. And Wisdom actually saved my Shaman at one point from Paleozoic Trap, so that was pretty cool. Stopped it from getting banished. We are still using 2 Magical Dimensions, probably my favorite quick play magic card ever. I just really like the effect of this card, and it came in useful tonight. Wish I drew to it faster. This is a really techie card right now, and I'm going to stick with it. It's doing what it needs to do, but it's Hidden Temple of the Necro Valley, and it stops special summons while Gravekeepers and Necro Valley are on the field. And then to end off spells, we got 1 Regeki and 1 Upstart Goblin. We're not going with Max C just because we're still using Demise, and we don't want to Demise into it and have it be dead on our turn. For traps, we have 3 Solemn Strikes, and those are doing work. Alongside those, though, we also brought back 2 Imperial Tombs in Necro Valley, and we might even find room for a third. We'll talk about that here in a second. We have 2 Rite of Spirits, and this is to help recycle our shaman in case she gets beaten. And then this is the card that kind of hurt us tonight, was Fiendish Chain, and really I thought it might be great since it's not really seen that much, but I found out real fast that it's just not as fast as it used, or not as potent as it used to be. And this is the card that I'm going to find a new home for, either a pair of lose 1 turns, a pair of Floodgate Trap Holes, 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. Those are my top 3 candidates. Then I could also thought to maybe My Body's a Shield, but that would be a lot of cards that take away my own life points. We have 2 Dark Renewals is always an option. But then any combination of 2 of these cards, like the 3rd Demise, the 3rd Imperial Tombs, and the one of the Book of Moon or the Bottomless Trap Hole, maybe like those 2 together, or like the Book of Moon and the Imperial Tombs together, any combination, let me know in the comments what you guys think as far as those options go for replacing these 2 Fiendish Chains. And then we end off the main deck at 40 with Torrential Tribute and Solemn Warning. And we did really well, really happy with the speed of the Spellbook of Knowledge was just awesome. We do have extra deck cards. Of course, we have 2 Cyber End Dragons to special summon our Malefic Cyber End, and then rank 4 Toolbox. But we do have a couple new adds. We have 2 of the number 52 Diamond Crab Kings. This is the Swing Over Masterpiece, and with Rite of Spirit, getting into a level 4 is actually pretty easy in this build. We have the number 106 Giant Hand. We have the Tornado Dragon, Game Winner Gaga Cowboy, the Wind Up Zenmeister to get Spy's effect off twice if we can, the normal monster 2600 Beater Gemnite Pearl, the Master Key Beetle, the Photon Papillary Operative. Of course, we have the Silent Honor Arc. We have the Black Ship of Corn, Castell, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, and ending the extra deck of 15 cards is the Diamond Direwolf. And then moving on to the side deck, finally, is going to be 2 copies of Typhoon. This is for getting rid of things like Draconic Diagram. We have 2 Full Force Viruses, and this is another candidate to replace Fiendish Chain, since so many of the monsters in the build can get to 2000 defense, and they're all dark monsters. We have 2 Masks of Restrict. This is also to help us against True Dracos. This stops people from recruiting. Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is also for True Draco to stop Dynamite Knight from activating Apocalypse after you activate a card effect. One of the new Code of the Duelist cards, the Heavy Storm Duster. It has an effect that's similar to Twin Twisters. We have 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits. That's also for getting rid of things like Diagram or any effect monster. Really, we have these, which these came in highly useful tonight. I was able to tribute off one of these monsters in the Infernoid Lightsworn decks that took the ability of one of the monsters of a monster that it sent to the grave, and it was taking the ability to negate effects and cards that I activated. So I tributed it off the field with the Humongous, and then I put down the Malefic Cyber End Dragon to battle over the Humongous, and it worked. And guy was pretty stunned. I was really happy with the way things went tonight. And then we're ending the side deck at 15 cards with 2 copies of Thunder King Ryo. That's just one of my favorite monsters ever, mostly because of the card art, and I just like the ultra rare versions, but he also has a very, very potent effect against a lot of decks. So you guys let me know again what you think about the options for siding or putting in instead of Fiendish Chain between these. But other than that, just Have fun and keep dueling. I'll see you guys next time. This is Richard, signing out.